This top vent is going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, so we're going to take our pry tool and pry off these tabs in the top part. Like so. And then there's going to be two clips on the back of this vent. As you can see right here, I have unplugged this because I have taken this radio apart before. So just for the time being, I didn't want to plug it back in for this video. But as you can see, there's going to be these two clips that control the up and down of the vents positions. So we're going to put that to the side. As now you can see, there's going to be those two bolts that are exposed. We're going to take our 10mm socket with an extendable bit, and we're going to take those top pieces off, as long as taking our metal magnet and keeping it handy for when we take the bottom ones out so they don't fall down into this pocket. As you can see, I have my 10mm ratchet right here. We're going to be taking these top bolts off. Okay, with those top two taken off, we're going to work on the bottom ones. It's going to be a little bit tricky for you guys to see. And then I like to take my magnet and fish them out. Put this aside. And there we go. All four of those bolts are out. Now we can worry about taking this radio out. I like to take a microfiber cloth and just put it over the shift knob. Like so. So it's covered. And then we can just take from the bottom, work our way up. And then there is going to be clips holding this radio in. So make sure to disconnect those. Top clip first. And then we can work on those bottom clips, which are going to be a little bit more tricky to get to. There we go. With all those clips removed, we can now take our old radio and put it to the side. While we were in here, I have taken apart all of the wires that we need. We are going to have this long harness for the camera. I am going to shimmy this piece in here. It's going to be connected to the back of the camera along with this wire that's going to activate the camera. We're not going to be installing the camera yet, but I do want to have that wire already preset in there so that we can put it in if we need to. And then this is going to be the rest of the wiring harness. You have the little CAN bus here, which is going to allow us to use our steering wheel controls. And then this is going to be for the USB, which is going to be important. We're going to have that in the glove box connected. This is going to be our primary harnesses. So I'm going to put this right here. This is going to be for the audio and the speaker settings. And then this is going to be for our OBD reader. So we're going to plug this in underneath as well. And this is going to be another one of the USB little connectors. And then finally, this is going to be for the radio. And then finally, this is going to be for the GPS, for the maps. So we're going to have to fit all this inside the radio, and let me just get everything organized and I'll show everyone how it plugs in. This OBD connection here, and we're going to have the OBD port right there, as you can see. So I'm just gonna connect this wire, and then we're gonna shimmy the wire in through underneath this panel, which goes straight into the radio. So let me just connect it right here, and then I'll put the wire in through, and then I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay, as you can see, I did shimmy this wire in through the panel. I do see it right there. I just have to grab it. Okay, so with that wire shimmied through, as you can see, I have it right here. We're able to then work on the USB, and we're going to plug in the USB the same way, just bring it through the glove box, and then we can just shimmy it right through that hole, and it'll come out from the back here, and then we'll have another USB port so we can plug in anything, or plug in music if we want to. Okay, on this right hand side you can see I did connect the USB. I just opened up this cabin filter housing, popped it up, and then I stuck the connector through here into the back, and this is right here. So now we can work on just connecting everything else. We have all the other pieces set up. One other thing that if we want to do, we can connect the camera harness to the back here and just run the camera all the way underneath through this pillar all the way to the back. So let me just connect that piece too, because I will be installing the camera, and then we'll connect the whole stereo. All right, I do have that yellow male connector connected, the RCA. I just put it down through there, popped it out underneath here, went around underneath. I tucked it in under here, and then I just popped this piece off, as you can see, and I have the wire just getting tucked underneath here. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to do this last, and I'm going to connect it all the way to the back where we're going to mount the camera. One more thing we're going to have to do is remove this top module controller. So I'm going to take my flathead screwdriver and remove this flathead screw. Okay, and then we can put the screw back in here. This is not going to be mounting up to the radio, or we just lay in the back of the unit. So let's just put that screw back in there. Okay, now we can put this unit to the side. We're not going to be working with that anymore. And now looking at the radio, we do have the OBD connection that I plugged in, along with the USB cords I have tucked in here, along with the backup camera that is wired through the bottom right there. So we're going to have all those connections, and we're just going to play, and we're just now going to take all the old connections and plug them in. So this one is going to plug in here, and then we're going to take our harness and just start connecting them. You can see we have this unit, we have this clip plugged in. We're going to then take our secondary harness and just start connecting these clips as well. Okay, now with all those connections plugged in, we're going to work on the connections up here. Place the radio down like so. Okay, and with those wires just plugged in, I'm just going to test it out. Okay, so I have everything plugged in. As you can see, I have the CAN bus plugged in, which controls the steering wheel settings. I have the backup camera connected to this wire connected up here. This red wire does not have to be connected to anything. We have our radio module here. And then we have all three of the connectors for the airbag, the climate control and all that, as well as we have the radio antenna connected in here. We did not use the one that came with the wiring harness, we used the one from the car. And then I just have the GPS put on top here, along with the OBD, which is connected down as I showed before. And now when we flip the radio over, you can see if we go to our home screen, we have our RPMs right here, and then we have our miles per hour there, along with what doors are open. So right now I have the trunk open since I am working on the wiring for the back. As you can see, I open the front door, it opens that door. That is all connected with the OBD scanner that is connected to the bottom. I still have to mess around with some of these settings, but as you can see, we turn on the hazard lights. Hazard lights turn on, along with all the climate controls. They do work, as you can see. So right now I'm just going to show you to the backup camera. I already wired it in just a little bit. It's not hardwired yet. I just connected the bits. And as you can see, when we put it into reverse, we have the backup camera along with the lines for the turning. I have to mount that up still, so we are just going to do that now. I'm going to take you to the back and show you how all the wiring looks. Okay, now we're in the back of the car. As you can see, I took the mat off from the back. It was just held on by these clips. So as you can see, we have, this is the backup camera wiring. We have the black, we have the white and black wire along with the yellow one. We're going to connect our black wire to the white and black and the red to our yellow. So once we have that connected, we can just take this down here, plug it in like I plugged in, and then this wire along with the wire in the back of the unit are just going to be left. I'm gonna take these up so that just doesn't connect anything or ground. And then we have our camera, which is going to be right over here. We're going to mount this to the back. With the wiring in the back, I just took the long connection piece and put it through here. As you can see, the black wire. Then I connected it to here. I have the red from the camera and the yellow from the harness as well connected here, with the red and the black connected respectively. And then I just have this red line from the long yellow wire just taped off. And then I, for right now, went ahead and put the camera on here. I'm going to paint this white so that this will not be visible. And I just put it in through the bottom piece right here. So with that, I'm just gonna put the cover on, and we'll be done with the backup camera. Okay, now with the radio put back